What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, PokeLive. On today's video, I'm going to finally be talking about the DLC, the Happy Home Paradise in Animal Crossing New Horizons. We're going to get into absolutely everything about it. Is it worth it? Should you buy it? Is it worth the cost of it? And personally, I cannot really get into a game review and figure out if I want a game or not without seeing some of the gameplay. I talk about it all the time. I think that's one of the things that Nintendo Switch just did a little bit wrong. I think everything should have a little demo, which they just don't. So again, this is going to be a little bit of a review with gameplay. Again, I just think that that's how you guys will be able to tell if this is for you. So we are just going to get into it. First things first, we are going to go to the airport. Once you have the DLC, you will get the option to go to work when you go and you talk to Orville. So you're going to hit go to work. And yes, at first I was like, really? This is the update? We just go to work? I mean, why would I want to do that? But I promise, if you are a seasoned player in this game and you do not have it already, you are probably going to want the DLC as far as customization option goes for you. But let's just get into it. So you get to this really cool tropical island, which has a really nice vibe. The music's cool. The characters are cool. The characters are also really sweet. You get to meet Lottie and a bunch of different ones, which you'll see soon. And you see all these vacationers, and again, it's just this really cool Caribbean feel to it, and I love it. I think it's awesome. But it is a little bit of a process, I'm not gonna lie. So first thing is you check in, you go straight ahead, and you go to your office, you see Wordle, who sells things, and the currency that you make in this game, which is Pokey, which is, yes, it is linked to my channel name. It's a mix between Pokemon and this Animal Crossing, because those are my two favorite games ever. So this is just, you know, this office building here, and you basically talk to Lottie and you get put on this task where you have to basically build 30 dream vacation homes. Yes, you heard me correct, 30. And this is where I feel like I either will, you know, lose you guys, or you're gonna be like, okay, this is kind of cool because I love the design aspect of it. So you're gonna go to the beach and you're going to go up to each of the characters and they will give you a little bubble of what their dream vacation home is. And honestly, guys, it doesn't matter if you walk by them. Chances are you're probably going to have to design their home for them. So just go with it. If you don't like their theme, it's okay. Just roll with it. I promise it's not that bad. There's a couple options for you because that number 30 is super overwhelming. And then you have other buildings that you have to design, but we'll get into that later. So first thing, I'm just going to pick a random vacationer. And as you can see, this beach is pretty big. There's a lot of options. Over here, you're not going to find vacationers. You're going to find characters that you already designed their homes. But let's just pick one. Again, it doesn't matter who. So this is Pashmina. I always say these names wrong. Please bear with me. But then you'll sit down with Lottie, and this little character will give you their dream scenario, what they want in their home, and it is up to you to design it. And yes, again, you have to do 30 of these before you can unlock the features that allows you to really customize your island. So before you can even customize your island, you have to do 30. And again, that's up to you if you decide, okay, I really love this, or it's not for me, and you have to pick out this plot of land. I'm just going to pick this one. I've already completed all 30. It doesn't ever stop, though. So if you do really like this, that is a plus with the DLC. It goes on and on and on. But personally, for me, I stopped at 30. I think maybe I did one more for just a video, not including this one. But so yeah, this would be 32 for me. So then what you want to do is you go to the site here for this character, and you can basically start from the outside, go to the inside. You can, however you like to design in this game, you can design. There are no restrictions with crafting in this DLC, which is something that I really like. You have everything that the game gives you. You can move the house, you can move the ramp, you can move absolutely everything. It's all customizable. which is pretty much the goal. You want to bring that back to your island, and you want to be able to change the resident stuff. So this is where you can basically do two options with the DLC. You can just unbox it and you can leave, and that counts as one. As long as you have the items that they want, you can be done. But for me, I could not really settle with just taking that route. I think I did it for a couple when I just burned out. But you can also go back and redo it. So if you do just want to power through this, just unbox everything and go to the next, and you can get through this DLC pretty quick. But personally, I like to update, which you'll see in a little bit. I do a really quick update here. You can move houses. Like I said, you can move the ramps, you can change it, you can add trees, you can pretty much make it, it literally is like your dream vacation home. And I think that this is really cool for people that feel like there just wasn't enough design. You know, you really love designing your house. I think this would be a great fit for you. But again, it can be tedious, so it is kind of nice that they put that option to just unbox the items that is required. But personally, I really felt like I had to design it myself. So I'm just going to take everything away here and actually go through the process of design. It's super, I mean, you have so many options. You can, the wallpaper, the floors, the items, absolutely everything that you could want is here. Yes, it is a lot of stuff to go through. But again, if you really liked the design and that kind of aspect of the game, I think this would be for you, especially if, you know, your goal is to bring it back to your own island. So again, I'm just gonna, you know, speed this up. I took my time with this one. I don't think it ultimately was my favorite design, but which I will highlight some of my favorite ones. Some of those characters on the beach, they do have really weird designs that they want, and as you will see, I will put a couple previews in there. There were some creepy ones too. So they definitely did not lack character in this expansion for the game. I do like it because it does add a whole nother game to the basic Animal Crossing New Horizons. Because, I mean, if you're like me, you know, I like a game that technically doesn't really ever end, and that is exactly what this game is in general. But I do feel like once you unlock all your residence homes, once you unlock all your expansions and all of that, it does kind of, you know, dwindle down a little bit, and it's up to you to figure out, you know, what you want to do next. Do you want to redo your island? So it does kind of come to a little bit of a still. So this was definitely a nice add-on. I personally would recommend it for someone that is huge into the game. I mean, this would be for someone that plays the game a lot. They love it. Like me, I have so many hours of gameplay in this. So I think this would be a great fit for somebody that is a, like I said, very conditioned player. They're looking for just more of the game. This is definitely for you. Someone that I would say should not get this game is someone that just plays it here and there. It's definitely a little bit pricey, I would say. I mean, I think all of the games for the Switch tend to be on the higher end. And again, I think that they do lack the demo. So that is why with my game reviews, I like to give a little bit of gameplay so that you guys can experience really what this is about. Because again, I just think there should be one. I mean, come on. You know, I don't want to commit to a expensive game if I don't even know if I'm going to like it. So again, this is what it's about. You have to do this 30 times before you can get anything for your own island. But it is cool that, again, that there's an option of just unboxing and then leaving, unboxing and leaving, and doing that 30 times. You could probably get that done in a couple days, maybe even 1 or 2 days if you play a lot. But I tried my absolute hardest to make these vacation homes really cool. Then you basically just take a picture and you have like this cute little album of like all the homes you designed with the character, and you go back and you just keep repeating that process. So that is pretty much it as far as the homes go. There is another aspect to it that and I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. This is a super honest review here. I do feel like this became a little bit tedious in the sense of they do make you also design other buildings for your vacation island, such as a school. So again, this is up to you how much you want to design it. You can always go back and you can change it. I really tried my hardest to make it look nice. So yeah, the school, you have to design a hospital. So I did like a little waiting room, and then the OR, and you have to assign characters to work in these shops. So, the plus is that there's a lot to do. You will not be bored in this update. I keep calling it an update. In this DLC, you will not be bored. There is so much to do. And if you power through it and you don't like it, you can always go back again. You can just make it look nice. And we had the restaurant, then you have a kitchen. So you have all these buildings, and I hope I'm not spoiling it for you guys, but I just want you to see, like, you do have to do all of this. And it's up to you the level that you go with designing it. As you can see, some of mine are more detailed than others. My kitchen kind of lacks. I could see myself wanting to go back and redo that at some point, but I think it works. I mean, I've worked in a restaurant quite enough, and that looks pretty much like a kitchen. And then you have to build this really cute clothing shop. This is probably my favorite building that I had to build and design, and there's wallpapers for these buildings particularly, and I just think it's really cute. I called it Forever 30. And yeah, so it's really up to you guys to decide, like, okay, that's just way too much work for me. I'd rather just put my time towards my island, but that is kind of like, that's the catch there. If you want to really design your island, you do have to do this. Here was the little cafe. Definitely not my favorite. I think I ended up going back and redoing this, but there's so much possibility, and again, I think that that's a huge pro. It never ends. Like, you can redo this 100 times and probably not get bored of it if you love design. Yeah, see, I made this a little bit too cram there. So that is cool that you can go back and you can change it. But again, I think this worked. I'm pretty happy with the buildings I did. I had fun with it. But again, I do think the buildings kind of set me over a little bit, and they mix them in with the 30 vacation homes. So it's up to you to decide, like, okay, that's way too much, or this is good. So once you finish all of it, you can go back to your island, and then finally, the option that I've been waiting for is going to Mr. Tom Nook here, and you can finally, I'm so excited, you can change your residents' homes on your island, because I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely hate some of my residents' homes. I hate the appearance. They just do not fit with my theme on my island. So if you are like me and you just hated the appearance and you're very picky with it, you're going to want to do this, because you can now change it. You can customize the outside and the inside of their homes, and you can make it to fit your island. If you're someone that just doesn't care, you put a bunch of trees in front of the homes, you just don't care, then probably not for you. But I was so excited to be able to do this. I could not wait. So I am just, pretty much wrapping up here. I'm just going to show you some highlights of some of the homes I did. Again, there were some creepy ones here. I thought it was interesting. I mean, they were all so different. This, I think, was the little house of horrors, and I made it super creepy. It was like a little like photo horror room, which was super weird. So like, this game did some wonky things here. You had a coffee shop, and again, these are just like some of the highlights that I really liked. I loved the store. I thought it was so cool. And one thing that you can do once you finish this is you can bring these themes to your home. I believe on my island I have 2 shops now, so you can actually make some of their homes into shops and kind of tie that into your island. So that's a huge pro with this expansion here. the options are just endless. You can do so much now. And you can also bring these designs into your home, and you can have, you know, again, way more options than you had without this expansion. So, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what it is. You're just designing a ton of homes. You're put on these tasks, and it's up to you to decide how you want to design them. But again, if you are someone that, you know, really played this game a lot and you're bored, then this is for you. Absolutely get it. It is worth it. Also keep your eye out for a sale. Sometimes they do drop the price of it. It is on the higher end, but I do think it's worth it. So that's going to be it, guys. Drop a comment and let me know what you thought of the DLC if you have it, or if this tutorial made you kind of lean towards not getting it, you know, just saying this is way too much work for me. I just cannot go through with all of this stuff. So I'm super curious to see what you guys think about it. And as always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and please check out some of my other content. I have tons of tutorials on my channel and tons of design ideas. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.